This is my new project, and every issue that needs to be fixed, the part came today. Even need a toolbox, put my junk in, got that today. I'll throw a shout out on the screen of the YouTuber that gave me that for free. That'd be perfect for this truck. I'm just gonna sit it in the bed. It's a wing toolbox, so I'm gonna sit in the bed, put my junk in it, because I'm tired of I ain't got a tag for this truck yet, but I traded, or I sold my work truck the same day I got it, so I put all my junk in here, and I'm just tired of all this. So we're gonna throw that wing toolbox in the bed. But most importantly, this right here, the rack and pinion, that was the main problem this truck has, is just a leak from the rack. And changing the seals is a joke. You can do it, but yeah, if you look right here, it's from on both sides inside the boot. Just see that it's just leaking the fluid out. You fill the reservoir up, drive about 30 minutes, it's empty. But besides that, I don't know of any other leaks. It drives good. I mean, the steering feels fine until it loses fluid and you start hearing whining and it's hard to turn. But I hate rack and pinion steering myself. That's why on the 9906s, I try to avoid tool drives, because they have rack and pinion versus four drives don't. But on these trucks, all of them have a rack. But luckily, it's a very simple process to remove it from the tie rods. You don't have to take the tie rods off. You just spin it out from there on both sides. Then those two bolts hold it in. And then there's one or two bolts on this side. I was looking in the book, I can't remember. And then there's one bolt that holds both the lines onto the pump. So you don't have to mess with no line wrenches, you know, to get them nuts off. The lines are just affixed to the rack itself. All right, guys, we're kicking it old school gravel mechanic today. Ain't nothing to changing these racks, so I'm just gonna do it out here in the dirt where the truck's sitting. You don't have to have the wheels off the ground to get the rack out, but you do. It makes it easier when you have them off the ground as far as taking the tie rod out, so you can swivel the wheel and get it lined back as close as you can before you take it to the shop. All right, guys, grab a collection bucket. The first bolt you'll need to remove is right there, that bolt right there holding the lines on. That's what I meant by you don't have to mess with none of the, like the type of nuts right there, the line nuts and all that. Them are aggravating, not the strip. And then the next bolt to take off is that to get the steering shaft off. Another thing is you want to lock your wheel. Make sure it does not get turned or it's going to mess your clock spring up. It's been about 15 minutes, guys, and the rack is laying on the ground. The new one is open, sitting on a tire up here. And it says right here, yada yada, but answered my question, there is fluid already in the rack, so that's a plus. Because I wasn't 100% sure what this rack took, and sometimes they remanufacture them, it's different. Power steering fluid can eat them up, or transmission fluid ain't thick enough. But anyway, it's already ready to go, so we'll probably should add just a little bit just in the reservoir to load it up. But yeah, I guess we'll just slap it back in. The most difficult part will literally just be getting it aligned back and then take it to the shop and get an alignment done. All right, guys, the rack looked like it was centered when I got it. I'm gonna show you a little trick. You know, the wheel's straight, but you wanna make sure that your rack is perfectly straight. So what I've done is I've turned it all the way one way. And then what you do is you take your pliers and you turn it back the other way and you count the turns. So let's say it should be about 3 turns, I believe. And so then you'll do 1.5 from full lock, and then that's where you want to put it at in the truck. Guys, all the lights on this truck look nice and the aesthetics look pretty decent. The only light they forgot about was the third brake light, and it's cracked up. Bam, there it is. You can barely even see it. But I didn't even waste my time to record it. There's 2 screws, 1 plug, and then there's 2 seals for the 2 screws, and then there's 1 seal for the housing. And it works. We'll get a test of it at night. All right, guys, I got the rack done yesterday. Then I got caught up with tearing a porch down, but it took probably an hour total, and you could probably cut 20 minutes of that off just because I've done it now. I know exactly how. Got weird little seals that go on the lines that the actual line, when you tighten it down, pops the hole in it. It's kind of weird. As long as you get those right, you're good to go. Put that bullet antenna on there. That was for another truck, but it's gone already. Put the lift blocks in the rear, and then we got the third brake light on there. Also wired up a trailer thing. This is the toolbox that I got. It is already full of all my junk, so the inside ain't got so much. No tools in there or in the floor. That's what I like to see. Just stole the helper springs or shocks off of this. And whenever I get ready to put it back together, that's the old shocks out of this truck. I put them on here. The leaf springs were kind of saggy on this truck, had it leaning a little bit, and then I put a trailer on, it was even worse. So now I have to look back under there, them brand new helpers. They were brand spanking new when I got that truck. They're just dirty from a lot of miles. But yeah, I got this thing tight in the back now. Guys, when loading up an engine to the back of a truck, first of all, make sure your tires aren't gonna hit the thing, but get the engine in far enough to where you can grab the tailgate and lift it up. And then continue to back up into the thing, into the cherry picker. And that's how you do it, guys. It's tight, but it always works. Now we can just grab this little handle here, get it on there like that, and then just let it down into the tire. And that's it, guys. Yeah, I was supposed to be getting rid of the OG work truck. It's kind of sad, but just don't need it for anything. Tried to find a two-wheel drive 4.0 Slippy, but it was just too much. Couldn't find one good enough deal, so we're taking her on. All right, guys, sold the work truck, got a wad of cash, and this guy also threw in this tailgate for my truck. I had this blue one right here. If you're in North Florida, South Georgia, and you need a blue 07 to 13 tailgate, hit me up. I also got a black one. It's dented up. You can have the dented up one, 150 for the other one. But this one got a backup camera. Might get that working. It's got a lock too. I might buy a different handle and get a key cut to match the truck. But anyway, I had to modify this piece because this one has, I'm not sure if this is like for the soft, like if it's gonna like come down slowly, but it's got this piece in here. It's either for the lock or the soft gate, not sure. But anyway, the hole is smaller because this looked like that, now it looks like this. Modified it, and it fits in the hole perfect now. So now I can put it on. I've been messing with black single cabs recently. All right, guys, I found that light in a dumpster. Someone said it was supposed to be amber. It's not amber. It's a Wheeling, I guess. I recognize the brand, but it'll do. The only color it does is that and white. It's got some, just a couple of like pods shining different directions, but it's got a bunch of wires. I don't know if the other stuff doesn't work or what. I guess originally you'd have it on a switch and you probably had 5 or 6 different options, stuff it would do. That looks pretty sick though. Why am I so tempted to build an undercover? And I promise I'm wrapping it up, but definitely leave me a comment on what I should do with this truck. I don't rely on it for anything anymore. My dailies over there, the work truck, obviously you've seen that. So this thing, yeah, I'm just gonna slide around in it maybe. And it's a pretty cool truck. It's 5.3 with dog leg 4-wheel drive, and it's a GMC. It's not a base model. It's a custom order. It's actually a super rare truck. I ain't gonna go into details about it. There'll be videos on it soon. But yeah, drop me a comment. I might lower it, put a cam in it, I might do anything. I might give it away. I mean, who knows? Just That's why you got to comment. If you want to see me do something with it, better comment. You can't complain after.